Hi, I'm Colin R. Parsons. Initially, I'm a children's author in teen fiction, and I've done a picture book as well. This is my first AuthorTube Newbie tag questionnaire. This is all quite new to me, the AuthorTube thing. I'm on YouTube anyway, but I never heard of the AuthorTube, which is fantastic. I mean, I've been writing for quite a few years. I am going to do the questionnaire, which is organised and created by Jenna Streetley. And we start off with, how did you find out about AuthorTube? Well, I've got a brand new publisher called Crystal Peak Publishing. They are bringing out my new book, which is The Gamer, and they actually told me about this part of the YouTube universe. I didn't realise there was a section where authors could do their thing, and I think it's fantastic, if I'm honest. So yeah, it was Crystal Peak, my publisher. Check them up, but I'll put it in the description part, give them a link to their website and stuff, so take it from there. What genres do you write in? Now, I class myself as writing in about 4 different genres. I do sci-fi and fantasy. They're my initial big steps into writing. I love science fiction and fantasy, but I also write in supernatural and steampunk. If you know what steampunk is, a lot of people do, a lot of people don't. Steampunk is the use of wheels and pulleys and engines and old technology with a new spin in a new book or a movie even. If you're into Doctor Who and stuff, they use a lot of old technology in Doctor Who. So that's what I like. I like sci-fi and fantasy. I'm into space, and I'm into parallel universes, and my books all reflect that as well. Okay, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view and category of story? Children's, young adult, new adult, etc. Well, all of the above. Children's, young adult, new adult and adult. I am stretching myself into doing adult fiction as well as children's and teens, and I do younger children's as well sometimes. My preferred tense is the past tense, and the point of view I mostly do in the third instance, or the third person. Now and again I'll do the first person. I've never done the second person, so I would say mostly the third person, the third instance, and then do it with a past tense. And that's my writing style. That's exactly what I do in all of my formulas in all my different books. What else have we got then? Are you a plotter, pantser, or a plantster? I can't even say them actually. A plotter, a plantser. I am more of a pantser. A pantster where I will ride at the seat of my pants, writing anything. Everything I've ever written has been by the seat of my pants. I never know where I'm going when I'm writing. You should plot it all out. You should know all your characters in and out. You should know the plot, the subplot and all that. I don't. I'm unorthodox in that way. I will write in the genre that I choose, and I will go in the direction I want to go. I've got a back catalogue of books behind me, and that's the way that's my formula, that's the way I write. So it may be not what other authors do, perhaps it's not the right way of doing it, but it's worked for me in the last 15-20 years, and it's what I do now. So I'm a pantser basically. Are you a self-published, published, or yet to be published? I'm traditionally published and I'm self-published. I started off self-published, or indie published I think they call it these days, and now I'm a traditionally published author. I'm mostly traditionally published, but I still do sign-ins with my self-published books. Like I said, I've got about it will be with my new book coming out in October. I've got 12 books out, so a small section of them are self-published and the rest of them are traditionally published. So I'm a what I call a hybrid author. I'm a little bit of everything, traditionally published, do a little bit of everything, and I've learned my craft going through the industry through the years. I'm a little bit older than a lot of the authors. I'm not a newbie as such. I'm well established if you come to that, but you're always learning as an author. So if you were picking up the skill of writing and you want to get into there, then I think you're learning all the time. Well, I am anyway. So what else have we got? What publishing company, literary agent or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house? Well, my publishing company, I've got a few publishing companies, if I'm honest. So I'm with Crystal Peak for the Gamer, which is my first book with them, which is coming out, like I said, in October. I'm also with a publishing house called Black Bee. Black Bee, they've got a sister publisher called Thunderpoint Publishing, but I'm with Black Bee. I'm their first young adult fiction author with them. So Black Bee and Crystal Peak, and 4 of my books are with Pegasus Elliott Mackenzie Publishers Limited. So I've got 4 books with Pegasus. I've got The Gamer, obviously with Crystal Peak, and I've got, or I will have, The Man with the Black Shoebox and Other Strange Stories coming out with Black Bee. Other publishers in the past have been self-publishing houses, or I've done it myself through my own, off my own back basically. So there you go with that one. What AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Well, my channel is Colin R. Parsons, just like my my tag on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, what else we got, Instagram. They're all Colin R. Parsons, and I have got 104 videos on my channel, and they're educational videos, some of them to help children and teens start stories off, get them up and running, because that's my job. I visit schools and I do a lot of school presentations and workshops. So I've got videos on helping children to get stories up and running. I've got poems on there. I have got stories with installments that I read out. I've got a little bit of everything actually. So I've got a short story on there which I read out on VE Day. So if you check out Colin R. Parsons YouTube, you'll find all of them. If you want to subscribe as well, that'd be great if you want to subscribe. So yeah, I've got, like I said, 104 videos on there. This will probably be 105, and lots. I like to have a bit of fun on camera, so I'll throw jokes, poems, but mostly to help children to get that story up and running. Most children in primary schools and stuff in the UK anyway, they struggle to get a story started, so I help them with the process of getting the story up and running. Instead of once upon a time or one fine day, I've got them starting the story off in a different way, which most books are actually. So when did you start writing? Oh, well, this year, which I'm doing this video in 2020, and in November of this year I will be 60. OMG, 60! How on earth are you 60? That's very old. How come you're still alive? How come you're eating food with your teeth? I thought all your teeth would have gone by then. Well, being 60 is a big milestone in my life, but I got published in like 2004, 2005 when my first book came out, but I was writing short stories and stuff way before that, in 1997, I think, way back then, just after the dinosaurs had died. So yeah, I've been writing since a kid, I suppose, as well, really, because when you would write, I would write short stories in a kind of, do you know when you write cards for people, get well cards, Christmas cards, birthday cards, that kind of thing, then I would send a birthday card to somebody, say to my Auntie Olive, and instead of putting happy birthday, all my love, Colin, sorry, someone going on the camera, instead of putting all my love, Colin, I would put 2 or 3 lines of a short story when I was about 7 or 8. So I think I started from there actually, and just went on, and then I did short stories, got bigger. They eventually turned into novels, novellas, and it's gone from there. Right then, what was the first story you ever wrote? The first story I ever wrote was when I was, I don't know, years and years ago. I wrote something called Pen Pals, which what I actually did, I got some A4 paper and I folded them in half and I stapled them so it was like a book. So I put Pen Pals on the front of it, and then I did a story about my kids way back when. My kids are now 26 and 30. So, because like I said, I'm getting older now as well. And I did a little book called Pen Pals. I think I've still got it on top of the wardrobe in a little file or box there. And that was the very first time I wrote like a short story. But then I started writing short stories and sending them to magazines. Do you know you get these fiction sections in magazines, mostly women's magazines, Woman's Own, Woman's Realm, The People's Friend, all that kind of thing, and I used to send short stories there. Got rejected by all of them, but rejection is a part of being an author, so that gave me the strength and the confidence to carry on. Right, okay. So what else we got? What authors have inspired you writing the most? Oh, that is a difficult one. There are lots and lots and lots of authors out there I'm truly inspired by. One of the biggest names I would say is Neil Gaiman. When he wrote that book, The Graveyard Book, I thought it inspired me no end. But there's a Canadian author called Kenneth Opel, and he had written the Airborne series and Silverwing and Darkwing, and he's totally inspired me as well. Ali Sparks is a children's author here in the UK. She writes Frozen in Time and Shapeshifter, and she's very, very helpful to authors, and she's helped me along the way. So I would say, yeah, lots of different. You can go. I think if you go back, because when I was in school, I had to read out The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, C.S. Lewis. That kind of got me up and running as a writer as well. I also loved Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien. So yeah, I would say C.S. Lewis, and I would say Neil Gaiman and Kenneth Opel, maybe even Derek Landy, because I love Derek Landy's stuff, which is the Skullduggery Pleasant, and Owen Colfer, Artemis Fowl, and he did something called what did he do? Airman, which I loved. So okay, the next one. Do you schedule your writing sessions, or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? Well, I do a lot of schools. Obviously now with the things that's going on with the lockdown, I haven't been able to do school, so I've been writing a lot more. But a routine when I'm not doing schools is I will write in the morning. I'll get up, have a shower, have my breakfast, get a bit of writing done in the morning, come up to lunchtime, go for a walk, clear my head, maybe do 1 or 2 videos in the afternoon for maybe my YouTube channel, and then I'll have tea then, or dinner as you would say, with my wife, and perhaps do a little bit of writing in the evening. All depends where the mood takes me. I haven't got a set schedule actually. I'll write any time, and if I'm doing schools, it's if I'm near a coffee shop or a library, or if I'm in a park, I will write, and I haven't got a set schedule or how many words I've got to write. That doesn't kind of work for me. I've got to try and slot it in, but when I'm home, I've got a little study, or I'll do it downstairs in my living room. It all depends, but I can write anywhere and everywhere if I'm honest. So that's that. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? Well, I write in general in my study or on my living room table, and I would say mostly I use the laptop on the laptop, but sometimes the screen can give me a headache, so I'll do it longhand. I'll do it on pads. I've got lots of pads which I'll do it longhand, and what I find, if I write on a pad, say I write 600 to 1,000 words on a pad, pen and paper, when I'm transferring it to my Word file, I always find that the 600 to 1,000 words could end up 2 to 2,500 words, because I think, wow, I'll add things in, take things out, add characters, prolong the plot, put different backgrounds in, and I find that the story will evolve when I'm actually writing on the checking out what I've written on the pad. I'm trying to read my own writing. That's a hard part, trying to read your own writing. So yeah, sometimes I'll use a pen and paper, sometimes I'll use my laptop, sometimes I'll even put a note on my mobile phone. It all depends. It depends if I got what I've got to hand at the time, but mostly I'll type on my laptop. Our last question: what are you most looking forward to now that you're part of AuthorTube? Well, I'm looking forward to connecting with a lot of writers and with a lot of readers, because I pinch ideas from lots of different writers, because that's what authors do. We're all thieves. We pinch little things here and there. I love my readers because doing a lot of schools, I've got a lot of children, a lot of adults like my stuff as well, and to connect with you readers. If you want to go on my YouTube channel, Colin R. Parsons, you can see all my videos on there. Because they set more or less the children, I can't have the comments, but on this one I'm hoping to get the comments set up, so I'll put it as an adult kind of setup when I'm putting the video on YouTube there. But I'm looking forward to connecting. That's what I like to network and connect with different people, and meet different people in the community, I suppose. But I'll pop back and forth here with the videos so you can check them out, and I'll advertise new books that are coming out. I've got a full back catalogue of books if you want to check them, because I love wizards and witches and stuff. So I've got the Wizard's Kingdom trilogy. I've also got The Curious World of Shelley Vendor, Crank Tech 1, which is another one of my books, which is about a robot gone awry and sort of on its journey, trashing things along the way. I've also got, what else have I got? House of Dark, Disc, Ghosted, Wizard's Exile, and soon in October I'll have The Gamer, about a boy who gets sucked into a video game. There's actually a trailer for The Gamer on my YouTube channel. So thank you very much. I'll put a few more videos on here, and drop by my YouTube channel, drop by my other social platforms if you want to as well. Nice speaking to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.